This Saturday, it's the ITV News.
Good afternoon, I'm Suzanne Virdee. The UK is setting out on an unsustainable path of borrowing as a result of the Chancellor's huge tax cuts yesterday. That's the grim warning from the Institute for Fiscal Studies, who are predicting government borrowing will rise to over £100 billion a year. They think there'll have to be tax rises or spending cuts eventually, unless something remarkable happens, which is exactly what the new government is counting on. Alex Isat has the details.
With a promise to focus on UK growth, the Chancellor's mini-budget stuns the financial markets as it laid out plans to borrow billions and a package of tax cuts that includes ending the 45% rate of tax.
But I'm not going to cut the additional rate of tax today, Mr. Speaker. I'm going to abolish it altogether.
The Institute of Fiscal Studies warned only higher earners will benefit from the tax cuts and that the Chancellor was gambling with the economy. They said that Mr Kwarteng is willing to shrug off the risks of inflation and to avoid significantly higher interest rates. He's not just gambling on the new strategy, he's betting the house. Despite the warnings, the new government believe that rebooting the economy is the only way to benefit everyone.
And it cuts tax for everybody at all income levels, rich and poor alike. It cuts national insurance, it cuts income tax, and it makes sure that businesses pay competitive rates of tax.
But Labour say the dramatic shift in focus was presented as if the Conservatives had just come into power.
Liz Truss, the Prime Minister, was a member of the Cabinet for 10 years. She was involved in supporting every one of those failed economic growth strategies. She voted for every one of the tax rises that she now tells us were so damaging. So from a party that got it so badly wrong, I have no confidence that they're suddenly going to work out how to get it right.
Business leaders have welcomed the plan, but only time will tell if this fiscal approach can stop the burgeoning recession. Alex Isat, ITV News.
The AA says a dramatic fall in the value of the pound means drivers are paying £6 more for each tank of petrol. Oil prices have recently fallen back to pre-Ukraine war levels, but as oil is traded in dollars, the collapse of the pound has made fuel more expensive here. Residents in Russian-held parts of Ukraine are being asked to vote on whether to become part of Russia. Ukraine's Western allies have called the process a sham. And the Home Secretary has written to police forces in England and Wales asking them to prioritise actually fighting criminals over meeting diversity and inclusion targets. Now, in less than an hour, the biggest match in the history of women's football is due to kick off in London. Arsenal are playing Tottenham in a game that's expected to smash attendance records. Well, Charlie Frost is at the Emirates Stadium for us now. So, Charlie, how many fans are expected?
Well, it's beginning to get exciting here, Suzanne. Fans have been arriving in their tens of thousands, and the atmosphere is joyous, full of anticipation and buzz, because, as you say, this is set to be a record-breaking match. 51,000 tickets have been sold, and with on-the-day ticket sales, this could rise. But if all of those ticket holders do turn up, then it will definitely smash the current record attendance at a Women's Super League game, which is 38,262, set at the reverse of this fixture in Tottenham in 2019. And chatting to the crowds, it's clear they're here not just because it's a derby, but because of the momentum behind the women's game set by that epic Euros win.
I just really like football. It's just quite a fun sport to play. And I actually came here because my dad and my mum, they bought the tickets for the match on my birthday.
It's amazing. It's a momentous occasion, isn't it? I'm glad to be part of it, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. I think the Euros just made everybody obviously get behind the women's team, and I used to play, she plays, so it's nice to see that women's football's being sort of put out there now.
Well, this record-breaking match kicks off in just under an hour.
Thanks, Lucy. Finally, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, Roger Federer, has said an emotional farewell to professional tennis. The winner of 20 Grand Slams, 8 of them Wimbledon titles, played his last match at a sold-out O2 Arena in London last night. He played doubles with Rafa Nadal, which the pair lost. Afterwards, though, Federer couldn't hold back the tears as he thanked his fans and his wife, Mirka.
She could have stopped me a long time ago, but she didn't. She kept me going and allowed me to play, so it's amazing. Thank you.
An amazing career. And that is it for now. More news for you at 5. Bye for now.